The Big Voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Winnebago Talks. It is a beautiful Tuesday, February 10th. Man, it is flying by. February is known as one of the last bare moon months in the Ho-Chunk, but it's also kind of a short month, too. We only have 28 days. So DJ Guaranteed, Winnebago Communications Officer, live down at the Health Heart event brought to you by the Winnebago Public Nursing Health Department. I believe I said that right. In the comprehensive 12 Clans Unity Hospital, we have a mini health fair going on down here. I'd like to welcome in DJ Bethani. How you doing?
I am doing lovely. I want to say Hump Hinu Bahaje. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, so we got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to do a little show here, and we have to get into the Winnebago in the news. We have to recap the Super Bowl, and then we also have to recap what happened last night. Then we're going to get an opportunity to go around to some of these informational booths because we got a whole slew, a whole heap, and a whole plethora of information to give out here. We're talking about the heart. As you know, February, there's a special holiday that the companies made up for us so that we could buy a lot of chocolates and roses. What is that called again?
Oh, it's called Valentine's Day.
Yes. I don't know. I never get it right. And in the 4 years we've been on air, you always say, get her a spa. I have yet to do it.
I know. I got you, Ashley.
Could this be the year?
Yes.
So nonetheless, we have a presentation as well that's going to be taking place with, I believe, Ashleen Blackbird. I don't know who that girl is, but we'll figure it out as the time goes on and stuff. But if you folks want to come on down here, we're live down at the Winnebago Health Department, Blackhawk Community Center in Winnebago, Nebraska. And there's a lot of information down here. Not only that, but it's a lunch and learn. What do you know about lunch and learns?
Well, I know that you get to get a nice little bite to eat, and you get to learn while you're eating. That's what I know.
I believe the chef is Mary Kelsey. So that is going to be pretty cool, man. If you have opportunity, make sure you check that on out. And appreciate it, man. Okay. So
awesome.
We have
shout out to Brandon.
A lot of, our IT manager and stuff. But nonetheless, I think we're going to be good to go. And we have a lot of things to go. So let's talk about the Winnebago in the news. What you guys got?
So we have a new edition coming out this week, and we do have our deadline. So if any contributors out there have some content that they would like to submit to us, you can send that in to us by email. So you can reach out to our Win office manager, Tyler Snake, tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com. And we'll have that coming out in the mailbox on Saturday.
All right. So Sunday, it was national. It was almost like a national holiday. It was Super Bowl.
I know.
Did you have an opportunity to catch it?
I watched the Bad Bunny performance, yes.
So you watched the Bad Bunny show? You didn't even watch the game?
No.
Did you see any good commercials?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either. The only one that kind of really stuck out my mind, I didn't see the whole thing, but they did like a whole karaoke one of when it was that everybody.
Oh, okay.
And it was a commercial for like cryptocurrency or something like that, but it had all the lyrics.
Was that Blackstreet Boys?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not even sure, man. I'm a DJ, right? Nonetheless, the one Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool because what's her name? Jennifer Aniston, and there was a couple other ones and stuff. But it was pretty unforgettable. Usually, and I hate to say this over the airwaves and stuff, but there's a beer company that always comes out with some cute ones and some really good ones. I didn't see it this year. Did I miss it? I don't know.
Maybe.
And I don't
and it was already.
Yeah.
Sometimes aren't they real fast?
I remember the one with the little baby Clydesdale. He's in training. I thought that was cute and stuff. But anyway, so Bad Bunny. Give us out of 10. What was your review?
Well, I'm gonna say representation was there. It was really awesome to see, and I really enjoyed and loved how he made sure to emphasize that English is not America's first language. Everybody was making a big deal about that,
Mhm.
and I think opening that platform to all kinds of diversity is really important, especially with the way things are going right now and things
Yeah.
like that. And so I thought he did really awesome with the platform that he was given.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Is the whole dynamic, and I didn't know this couple of things is those bushes were actually people.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
was like, it looked like an Amazon or something like that, like a real beautiful, like, I
and
don't know, flower garden.
and then there was it made me hungry. I mean, I was like, oh man, that looks cool. There's a snow cone, and then there was a guy frying up some Indian tacos or something like that. And I was like, right on, man, that's pretty cool. The wedding was real.
Yeah,
What you think about
I
that?
thought that was really awesome.
Man, I'm gonna have to
It was
invite
like,
Bad Bunny and see if he puts me in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Because I heard the background story is that they invited him to their wedding, and he said,
mhm.
"Nah, I'm sorry, I apologize, I can't, but I can invite you to have your wedding at the Super Bowl." I mean, how cool is that? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it was
Like,
like making do with what was available, and
that's
that was
amazing,
cool.
man. That's pretty cool. Nonetheless, here, folks, if you're just joining us here for Winnebago Talks, we are live down at the Blackhawk Community Center. It's downtown Winnebago. It's a big brown orange building. What color would you say? The brownish orange?
Yeah, brown, teal.
There's got to
No,
be a
deep
name
teal.
for it, right? And nonetheless, there's a lot of people down here. Oh, shoot. I got something for you. If you come down and you're watching on Facebook, make sure you guys give us a heart emoji. Is that the thing? But
Yeah, give us a
Cynthia,
heart.
I need a shirt. I need to show the people the shirts and stuff.
Oh yeah, they're right here.
Okay.
Sinya.
No. Those the ones that she has. Check this
Oh,
out,
our
guys.
red ones.
Yeah, thank you very much. So appreciate Cynthia for helping us on out. But look at this. You got some gear you can wear for.
Beautiful.
Yes, man. This is designed, and I love the colors. They have the logo back there. Guess how much this costs? I would say it retails for about maybe $45 with the unique design.
Hmm.
But you come down here, you get one for free,
$3.99.
and you get a meal for
Mhm. For free.
for $3.99. So it's pretty cool, man. This is my shirt, so I'll be rocking this at maybe Last Bear Moon and stuff, you know. So we have to talk about Last Bear Moon here coming up, but I just want to put to bed the Super Bowl. The game sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, it was horrible. Like, I think the MVP should have been the guy. What's his name? The kicker. Patriots just did not show up. 2 years in a row, the game has not come down to the wire. It was a blowout each game and stuff. So we have the question of the issue. We're going to ask what was the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Mhm.
For me, the ugly was the backlash of Bad Bunny, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I agree.
Like, I didn't know what he was saying, but I felt his music.
Yeah.
Seriously.
There's a song that I remember during one of our previous episodes of Winnebago Talks, you and Brian had asked me if I knew any music by Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
There's a viral song on TikTok. I don't know the exact letters. It's like DTMF or something like that. But it's like a club song and everybody really loves it and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's actually really like the lyrics are really sad, I guess.
Wow. Yeah.
But
and
you
I
wouldn't
felt that.
be able to tell that.
Definitely. Yeah, so we're doing a lot of good things here. We're on air, so say hello to the camera there. This is Grandma Yvonne, and yeah, we're just she's down here to participate, and there's some elders, there's a lot of people, so it's free community event. So if you have an opportunity, come on down and say hello to Grandma Yvonne. Not only that, it's pretty interesting. I see our presenter. Ashleen Blackbird, and that's her grandmother and stuff. So the support and stuff that is always good. But nonetheless, what's the last thing? We're gonna go around and talk to some informational booths and stuff. But we wanted to.
She scared me.
But let's see here. Went out some. Okay. Oh, I know. Last night.
Yeah.
You got to attend.
I did. Yes.
What happened?
Well, the boys came away with a tough loss, but they made
on
it
the
to the
second place.
championship. Yes, congratulations on the second place. I still think they did amazing. They made it to the championship game. I forgot to look at the score when I was leaving, like what the end score was.
Yeah.
I was keeping guaranteed updated throughout the game, and so
yeah. And if
overall, they
right.
did great.
You can see here, this is Cinia getting us some good shots. Appreciate her coming in. Kevin is under the weather today, so blessings that he goes out and make sure that he gets well and stuff. And we just want to make sure that's what we're here for, is regarding the heart. The heart is pretty important to each and every one of us. So we want to make sure that we have an opportunity to learn more about the heart. And we want to say thank you to the Winnebago Public Health Department for putting these events on so that we are able to, get this information. And definitely that's very important to each and every one of us. We all have a heart and we all have one body, and we need to take care of it and stuff. So that's why we're here today. We're looking forward to some great information. As you can see, the booths are already underway here. This is informational booths, and we'll get some information from them shortly. But let's see here. Last thing I wanted to make mention is last Bear Moon Winter Celebration.
Yes.
Hey, folks, we do have an opportunity. The committee is doing a raffle. 100% of the proceeds go to the Bear Moon Celebration Committee. Excuse me.
Sydney, can you grab me one of these black shirts back here? A black shirt.
So do you have the flyer?
Yeah.
The joys of technology. I probably just blew out some speakers and stuff. My bad, guys. My bad. I thought I hit mute on my cough button and stuff. But hey, we have some tickets here. And then we also, Cinia has a t-shirt. We're doing pre-sale up until that event. They're $25, and you can grab one down here. We have some committee members that are ready to sell. Not only that, but the day of the event, they go up to $30 and stuff. But it's a nice, beautiful design. As you can see, it's front and back. I love the color and the flower design and stuff. So last Bear Moon is going to be happening on Saturday, February 28th. We are T-minus. Can you believe this? We are T-minus 19 days.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
So you're listed as a live stream correspondent.
Mm-hmm.
I see you got a new hairdo too.
I know.
What do you think?
Someone should have hit the scissors. No, because it was months on months. Everybody kept telling me, don't do it. And then my sister-in-law, she was working on some crafts, so they were just sitting out. I grabbed them. I was like, I'm doing it tonight.
Yeah, so you might have a side hustle going on here. I have to kind of trim my bangs up, right? I mean, that's pretty
Get everybody
cool.
right for last Bear Moon.
It's good that, it's good that you're refreshing, and make sure you love yourself and love one another and stuff.
Yes.
There's a lot of information on that. Last thing I kind of want to make mention too is the outpouring of support for our relative, my brother Gentry, Lauren, as their little one is still fighting for her life. There's, I got permission to share this and stuff because they reached out to the community to help with a GoFundMe and Cash App and things like that. And just wanted to appreciate everybody with the prayers and stuff. It's been 7 days since she's been down at Children's Hospital. She's in good care. She's stable, but she's still in you know what I mean? How did they say it? Not out of the woods yet.
Yeah.
And we're still hoping for good news and stuff. So I appreciate you guys doing that too. You guys had the opportunity to share some of that information. And if anybody wants to donate or ask, you can message us and stuff, and again, we got permission from the family to share that information. But sweet little 3-year-old Matina is at Children's. And there's also another one down in Arizona. One of our relatives posted about, I believe, a transplant. She wanted to get some information. So we have a lot of information posted on the Big Voice Facebook page. And I don't know if you have a graphic or anything like that, but I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to, I was having some internet delay, but I was trying to get both of those flyers pulled up here. We have them available on our Big Voice page though, so.
Sounds good. What else do we have?
Well, we also have a special guest joining us over here to the side, who I believe is going to help us with some last Bear Moon goodies.
All right. That sounds good. So I will get prepared if you just want to hand the microphone.
Here with me, and I believe, did you guys have it, like a run of show of how you guys were gonna do this?
I'm not too sure. I'm assuming they would have had the card reader here so we could sell them. Otherwise,
Oh,
we're
you guys are still
accepting.
selling them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And that is happening. The drawing's happening on Friday. The
Okay.
15th. So we'll be drawing that on.
Yes, it says it on the ticket. So drawing date February 13th, which is coming up on Friday.
Yes.
And so this has a prize with a 500 value for a Winnebago stay and play package. And so there's some other goodies available as well in the raffle. And you can get one ticket for $10, 3 tickets for $25.
Yes. So you have the stay and play package, and you can also have a chance to win a star quilt. It's a purple star quilt, very beautiful. And then the third prize would be 2 Last Bare Moon t-shirts.
Awesome. Thank you, Gayla. Okay, so Garen's going to give us some interviews. He's going to be going around to the booths here, and so we will be turning it over to him. But can you maybe let them know how they could get some of the raffle tickets while I fix our camera real quick?
Yes, so if you're interested in purchasing the raffle tickets, you can reach out to Melanie Parker. Her email is mparker@hochunkinc.com. So just send her an email. I believe she has Cash App and Venmo, so you can pay for the tickets through there. Otherwise, you could pay through us as well. You could stop by Communications and pay with cash. So that, again, was one ticket for $10, or let's see here, what was the other one? 3 tickets for $25.
See Gayla here with me. I have to fix that real quick. But we're going to be handing the reins over to Garan and Cindy here momentarily. They're going to give us a first-hand look at some of the interviews over here that are the informational booths. They'll be doing an interview with some of them. And so we're going to be getting ready. And so I'm going to actually hand over the reins here to DJ Guaranteed right now.
Thank you, Beth, to me. And again, we're down here at the Blackhawk Community Center. I have Carla, and Carla, kind of tell us what's going on down here for this event.
As you know, February is Heart Health Month, the Go Red Month. We decided in the past they've done women's for the Go Red, but we wanted the whole community, the men and the women, to partake in our information we have to offer. We have a lot of different booths: lung cancer screening, smoking, cancer. Great Plains is here doing their cancer stuff and some of their prevention stuff. Excuse me. And then we have healthcare here. We have the crisis team here for your mental health stress. We know how to make you sick. We have healthy diet with the hospital's dietitian. We have blood pressure with the hospital's clinic, primary care. And we have BMI's being taken. If you want to know what that is for you, that's good to have awareness. We have the blood pressure over here, and we have blood sugars if you want to get your sugar checked. So we have t-shirts. We have a gift for the people who actually stay and listen to Ashleen speak on her presentation. Everyone knows Ashleen. She's a doctor of nursing, and she's a nurse practitioner, and she's going to become working at the hospital here soon for us. So I chose her just because I think us as women, we should lift each other up. So that's why I picked her. And that's what we got going on. Anybody can come down. We're going to be eating a healthy lunch here pretty soon. And that's all we got. And this is off our Good Health and Wellness grant through the Great Plains Tribal Chairman's Health Board. So they make it all possible for us, and the work of my staff and my nurses and my admin assistant. We collaborate with a lot of programs in the community and with the hospital. So this is a great event to come partake in. So we're still here. We have drawings and everything. So
Very nice. Thank you for that overview, and appreciate that. We're going to kind of mosey on down here. We have a lot of community members and folks. It's free to get in. Again, there's a lot of information. Big Voice Radio is down here. They do have some Last Bare Moon information. And then we're just going to mosey on over here. I believe we have Duke, and give us Whirling Thunder's overview. What are you guys doing down here?
We're the fitness specialists right here, and we're giving out our personal training forms and then also our group workout classes. Then also we got a BMI over here, a BMI machine that anybody could come down and check their weight or their BMI. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
I might have to come back and check it out.
Also,
Looks like they got some healthy. Let's see. Movement is medicine, and it says here healthy choices. I make healthy choices. Make sure you come on down here. Those are pretty free, but they got a BMI machine, and I will be back. I want to make sure that as we transition into the summertime, that we make sure that everybody's good to go. So it looks like over here we have the health education program. They have a nice booth set up, and they are presenting some information about e-cigarettes and vaping. They also have effects and hazards of smoking. And I'll turn it on over to one of our master health educators, Mr. Les Painter. What you guys got?
They just wanted the education on vaping, which is a big problem in our high schools today. So our public school system here, and so just to get a little information out there about the dangers of vaping, and some people, kind of associated it with a way to another alternative to stop smoking, but it's basically an aerosol that you're putting into your body. So those are just different types of education that we have.
All right. And not only that, but I know, Les, you're part of the Last Bear Moon Committee. Is there anything that people that are watching this stream or listening over on the radio station that you want to say to them?
Yeah, get on out there, get your T-shirt. We got the T-shirt on pre-sale, and just to update, we just got the sweatshirts in. We're gonna have sweatshirts for sale, and don't forget to get your raffle ticket too
for this Friday.
Yeah,
this Friday. It's I believe a stay and play package. You could redeem it for Last Bear Moon. The hotel rooms are sold out, and then there's another prize. It's a $350 star quilt, and the third prize is 2 T-shirts of your size choice and stuff too. So, what do you think the highlight of Last Bear Moon is going to be this year?
I think it's going to be the spotlight. The spotlight special is one of the highlights always that people enjoy, whether you're online or in person. It's something to see.
Yeah. For me, it's going to be cpowwows.com. So we're going to simulcast there too. So if you guys if you can't make it back for Last Bear Moon, make sure you tune in. We'll be via powwows.com and the Big Voice Radio and stuff. So, all right, Les, we appreciate you, man. And we just want to say thank you as we continue on. We got a lot of information booths down here. I don't want to disturb any of our clients if they're talking to any of the clients or anything like that. So we'll just kind of keep rolling on down. As you can see, the Blackhawk Center gym is full of a lot of information. I believe this one here is Caitlin Johnson and the crew. And yeah. So what program do we have here?
This is a public health department, and we have some information on some heart attack and stroke. We've also got med reconciliation that you can put like in your wallet, and along with a blood pressure log that they can carry in their wallet as well.
Nice. A lot of good information, and you can grab a goodie bag and things like that. So as we mosey on down, looks like we got this gentleman here. What do we have going on? We're live on Facebook and the Big Voice Radio. Mr. Baxter.
Yeah. Hey, good morning. We're with the Great Plains Tribal Health out of Rapid City, South Dakota. I am the Good Health and Wellness right here on this side of the table. On the other side, we have Honor Every Woman. So, we've got a lot of things cooked up here, a lot of good items here that we're giving out. So things are flying off the shelf. So I mean, that's a good thing, because that's less that I have to carry out.
Definitely. Oh, and then you got some aviators down here. Oh, no, just kidding. It's good to see you, man. All right, so all the way from Rapid City, the Great Plains, and I just got to meet this young gal right here, and she is going to give us your introduction. So say hello to the good folks, and what's your name and what do you do?
My name's Nayeli. I'm the new clinic manager at Winnebago. So that's exciting. And today we're doing our little stand is regarding hypertension or high blood pressure. So got some healthy snacks. Got some blood pressure cuffs for the people, and if there's any questions, always come see us at the clinic. Come see us anyway. If there's no questions, okay? We want to see you guys be healthy and come to your yearly appointment physicals. And this is a good way to spread awareness, because we did have a high blood pressure campaign that was really successful in the community. So
That's cool. I just have one question, and this is my squirrel moment. A lot of people listen to me on the radio station, and they're like, he always has these squirrel moments. But what's the deal with the crackers?
okay, so they're a healthy snack. I think presentations are always taken in a little better if there's a snack, and ours is a healthy snack. So these are wheat thins, and they were supposed to be low sodium. They are low fat, but I just didn't find the low sodium one. So low fat is healthy too. So that's what we went with.
Nice. All right. And it's about lunchtime too, so my stomach is starting to rumble.
Yes, we'll have some crackers.
Yeah, if you folks want to come on down, this is got to meet the new nursing manager, and we also have a crew here. Love the booth. It looks like this is Molina Health Care, and you have a few minutes to give us your introduction and who you're with, please.
Hi, so I am Louisa. I'm with Molina Healthcare. So we're one of the Medicaid plans for the state of Nebraska. So what we have here is we got some information on added benefits for our members, and then we also have some swag items. We got hand sanitizer, chapstick, Band-Aids, and these cute little cow stress balls.
So what's the program do again?
So our table is just providing information on added benefits for our members for Molina Healthcare. So,
And what would those benefits be?
well, it just depends on the needs that the member might need. So we have benefits that for child checkups, for women's annual health, adults annual health, and then just also information on what else they could get as far as assistance, like transportation to doctor's appointments or to the WIC office, or whatever.
So are you guys based out of Winnebago, or where are you guys from?
So we actually office out of Omaha, but we came here to like I said, spread awareness and education on the benefits. But Molina Healthcare is statewide, so we do have. So I am one of the specialists that will take care of the Winnebago and the Macy area, and we do have another specialist that takes care of the western side, and then another one, like Angeline here, is Omaha. So
okay, cool. Well, nice meeting you. Thank you for being here. And again, they are down here. There's a little mini health fair kind of going on, and it looks like as we mosey on through, we have Jamie Moore and the crew here. They also present some good information. It looks like they have an opportunity for a raffle if you guys sign in. And look at that. You might be able to get some Valentine's Day baskets and stuff. So anybody that's listening to the radio station, our Facebook Live, our YouTube, make sure you come on down here, check them on out, and give it an opportunity. Get yourself a free t-shirt. Enter into some of these raffles. They do have door prizes, and it looks like we have the nutrition booth down here. And we're going to give you an opportunity to say hello to the good folks. So what's your name and what do you do?
Hi, I am Sarah Sortino, and I'm the Director of Nutrition and Food Services. I'm one of the dietitians in the clinic, so we want you to know if you ever have any nutrition needs, we'd be happy to see you. We have a whole team of dietitians in the clinic that are ready and waiting to see you.
Awesome. Okay, and where are you guys located at?
Right in the clinic, in the primary care clinic at the hospital, yeah.
So it does it go to say like you are what you eat, so you got to be conscientious as you get older and stuff like that. Make sure you eat healthier. Is that safe to say? Or
I would say that we could eat healthy, from the beginning. Yeah, that's really important. I always think of your body as like a vehicle through life. You only get one, so treat it right, fuel it right, and it will last a lot longer without the complications. It's not going to get rusty on you. So yeah, we would love to work with you. We have lots of ideas and ways to personalize it, no matter what your budget is or your living situation, and would be happy to see you definitely.
Well, it's nice again, folks. If you want to see some of that information, come on down here. Continue on. It looks like on over here we have the program information as well. If you folks have any questions, hello, are you guys ignoring the camera? Nah, that's right. But I own again. There's a couple numbers and there's a couple things. If somebody's in crisis and stuff, you also have some exercises and stuff. So, out. Looks like you have a for stress relief. Just take a deep breath. That's air. Ways to manage stress. And we really appreciate you folks and stuff. Is there anything that
I think you got everything.
okay? Program. They do have a billboard downtown. So if you know, or if you yourself, there's a regular business office number, and then there's an after hours 24/7 kind of that is available. If you folks need to use that number and stuff, make sure you call them up. So ladies, thank you for your information and presenting that information down here. As we continue on, and it looks like we have the CHRs, community health representatives, some other information as DJ Bethany. How you doing back at the headquarters over there?
Hello. We're doing good. Following along with you.
All right. I think we're just about wrapped up with our interviews and stuff. So we'll send it back for you for, to go into some music. I think we're going to capture Dr. Ashleen's. That's the information that we want to make sure that the seminar, I know there's a lot of people still at work and they would like to hear this information that she's going to present on. So we just want to make sure we get that information out there. But what do you got?
Okay, so we are going to be live streaming that portion. So we'll stay live?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to begin at noon. Yeah, you're clear. Set to begin at noon. And they actually were asking if we had any mics to help them. But we are going to be putting up the live stream, or we're going to be putting up the presentation into the live stream. So we'll stay tuned for that. But I did mention earlier in the show that we have our Winnebago Indian News coming out this Saturday. So any contributors out there, if you have anything that you would like to include in this upcoming edition of the Win, which will be number 3 for our 2026 publication, and that'll be coming out this Saturday. But the deadline to submit that information is today by 4:30 p.m. And you can send that into tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com. You can always connect with me. My email is bethany.redhorn@winnebagotribe.com, or you can always email us at the Win, which is Winnebago Indian News @winnebagotribe.com. And so this event here, the Heart Healthy event, is going to be going on until 1 p.m. And so the presentation was set to begin at noon, and I know that they're getting ready to kick that off here momentarily, so we'll keep that up. But some other things, I wanted to make mention. Every year around Valentine's Day, we do a radio show. I usually have a show that I'll host on Thursdays. It's been offline for a while now, but it's called All Request Live. And so every year on Valentine's Day, DJ Guaranteed, MCBKC, sometimes our apprentices would join us depending on what time of the day we streamed or went live. But we do like a Valentine's Day request show. So we're going to open up the lines on Thursday in 2 days for some Valentine's dedications. So usually a lot of like community members will send in some good dedications to, it doesn't always have to be to like a significant other, they can send it in for their mom, their sister, a friend, your child. It doesn't have to necessarily be, it's just all about love. So everybody can give a shout out, and we'll have that this Thursday. And we're just waiting around for the presentation to begin. And I know that you did talk about how to get raffle tickets. Mm-hmm. And so we'll kind of cover that again a little bit. I know that we have this raffle right here. Yes. So we do have available the drawing, which will be on live on the Big Voice Radio, KWTN 100.9 FM. That will be this Friday, February 13th. And so those prizes, I know Gayla had mentioned, Guaranteed made mention of it as well. But we do have the raffle tickets down here at the Heart Healthy event with us. And so the first prize will be a Winnebago stay and play package, which is valued at $500. Second prize we have is a star quilt valued at $350. We have 2 Last Bear Moon commemorative t-shirts valued at $60 each. You can also contact Melanie Parker to purchase mparker@hojunkinc.com. And so ticket prices, again, $10 for one, getting excited, and then $25 for 3 raffle tickets. And so that's what that looks like. I know it's kind of small, but I can bring up this is on our social media too, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll bring that up. But yeah, we're just waiting for DJ Guaranteed to give us the high sign. And so we'll kick off some good jams and we'll let you take a look at the guests here. And I'll just kind of make mention of a few things. But I'm going to bring up that flyer real quick, so just bear with me. How much are the shirts?
The shirts are, let's see here, 20. Are they still 25? Or are we going through?
Okay, so I have that flyer up here. I'm going to run through that page real quick here. If you have not already, be sure and follow the Last Bear Moon Powell page. And so they do have an event created as well. But we're going to take a look at some of these announcements here that were shared. And so we have here dancer pre-registration that has been opened. Kind of mentioned to you guys, we had a little bit of a delay with our internet, so I do apologize, but food truck vendors are wanted. We have 2 food truck spots available, and so you can reach out to Melanie Parker at mparker@hojunkinc.com. And there is a vendor fee, so you'll want to make note of that. And here's the raffle flyer that we were talking about. So I was reading off some of that. And again, that drawing will be this Friday, February 13th. So you still have lots of time to get you a raffle ticket if you are interested in taking part in the Last Bear Moon Powwow raffle. And so we're going to bring up some music, guys, and just hang out a little bit until the event starts. I have my camera operator here, Sinya, and she's going to give us a first-hand look at everything that's going on here. She's going to show you guys what it's looking like down here, and she's going to walk through. So Guaranteed had conducted a few interviews. He went through and talked to a few of the informational booths, and so Sinya's just wrapping back around to take a look at some of them. That's Great Plains Tribal Health. We have some more of the ladies from WCHS, Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System. The alcohol recovery program. We have the Kikijide. All right, that's looking like we're almost about ready, guys. But Sinya's just walking around, giving you a good look at all the setup here. All right, Sinya. Yeah, you're clear. Can you come up? All right, guys, we're going to try to get you so you can hear what's going on.
Myself, the way I was raised by my father and my mother is that if anybody asks you to talk to the Creator, don't turn them down. And I might make mistakes, but I'll try my best in my abilities. And I just got to give our lady relative that signal that I will try to talk to the Creator and bless this food as I know how. And excuse me if I offend anybody or if I say something, but I open my heart to each and every one of you. I think that the information that Dr. Blackbird is going to present to us really resonates, and the theme is that of the heart. And we all have a heart. It's very important to us. It is vital to us, and we must protect it. We must make sure it's maintained, that it's healthy, and the blessing that comes with it is very important as well. So if you don't mind here, I'll talk to the Creator real quick, and then after that, I believe we're going to serve the meal, and then we'll turn it on over here to our presenter. Ahu. Mauna, we come to you today to give you thanks for this beautiful day. We want to say thank you for everything that you have provided, the water, the life, the four-legged, our winged relatives, those that swim in the rivers, the oceans, everything in the balance. We want to say thank you to all the educators, those that are here to present the information that they have in order to present us, and also in order to protect us. Those that had the thought and feeling to put this program together. We ask that a few things of you, Mauna, Creator. I know that a lot of people ask a lot of things for you, and you know that my heart, that I sacrifice in order to talk to you and ask these things of you. If you could bless those that made the food, that it nourishes our bodies, that the people that put it together, the hard work, whatever was said, the thoughts and the feelings that were put into the food, that it blesses our bodies throughout the day. We appreciate the opportunity, and we want to say thank you to all those that will help serve. Our presenter here today, we ask that you bless her family, the way that she went through her education. You guided her along, and she's here to return some of that information to us as good folks, as tribal neighbors, as tribal relatives. The coordinators, the health professionals, those that ask and help with the medicine so that our bodies are able to flourish. We appreciate that you guided them and you blessed them along their journey. Those that are sick, those that are mourning, those that are overseas serving our country and here as well, in our homelands, those that are behind the bars, incarcerated, we ask that you bless them so that they may come back to our community, that we may enjoy our stories. We ask that you bless the elders, the young ones, the children that are so close to you. And again, Mauna, we say thank you for this beautiful food, this beautiful day,
and the information that we're about to hear. With that, ahu, executive.
Okay, the food's over there. There's a healthy soup, bread, and water. So get up and serve yourself. If there's any elders that would like to be served, just let us know. We'll help you. We want you to be eating while Ashley does her presentation for us. And elders first, I guess. The soup's over here, and the well, we're getting ready to eat and listen to our presentation by Ashley. I just want to let you know that a lot of planning went into this event. We collaborate with all the other departments in the hospital and the tribal community. I want to thank each and every one of them for coming and being a part of this information for our people. Heart Health Month is February. We have a gift for everybody who stayed to listen to this presentation too, so we want everybody to get that. This event is sponsored by the Good Health and Wellness Grant out of the Great Plains Leaders Health Board, and we have them here, Mr. Everett Baxter and Heather. She comes from the Honor Every Woman grant that we have funded by them too. And then I forget her other worker's name. She's new. But I'd like to welcome you guys to the Winnebago community and for all the help and support you give to us and allowing us to have this grant for the Winnebago tribe. So I just want everybody to know that, and I appreciate each and every one of you for coming and taking your time to spend your afternoon lunch with us and to be a part of this education that we want to share with everybody to bring a better and stronger community. So Ashley will be here to speak in a few minutes. When we were looking for a speaker, I kind of thought about it and prayed about it, and I thought Ashley would be a good choice. She's working our communities. She's going to be working at the hospital soon. That just came about after I already thought of her and asked her. I asked her 3 months ago. Ashley is Winnebago too, in Omaha. So I think that it's good that we use our own to get this information out and to set a good example for our younger generation. And I've seen her struggle through her education. Being a mother, going to school is hard. I know that. So I just thought that she'd make a perfect person to speak. And I know she's worked with the diabetes program for a long time in Macy too. So I just wanted to welcome her and thank her for taking this time to do this and prepare for it. So whenever she's ready, and mostly everybody sat down, we'll get started with her her little talk and whenever she's ready.
You can turn to music up. Turn to music up.
So I can
All right, friends and relatives, as we go along, if you don't know, I'll tell you a little secret about this lady that's going to present here. She is actually my sister-in-law, and she knew my wife all her life. Hey, no, I'm just kidding. She said, talk until they get done at that line. So I got a whole bunch of stories to tell about her. No, I'm just kidding. We want to get into an introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud of this young lady. She is raising a family. Not only that, but I've seen her go through her education. Many nights of homework, studying, everything, the sacrifice all came together. And then I seen her walk across the stage with her doctor's degree, and I'm very proud of her and stuff. So if you give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ashleen Blackbird.
Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. Again, thank you, Garan. I just want to give a quick thanks to everybody that showed up today for this presentation, this Lunch and Learn. It's not going to be too extensive. It's kind of talk about the basics, but I just think that this is going to be a good opportunity for everybody to learn a little bit about how to go into a clinic visit and speak to your provider to make a little bit more of informed decision-making when you're talking about your health. I want to give a big thank you to Carla Ray and her program at WCHS, the Public Health Department, for including me, thinking of me. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the introduction and your kind words. Just a little background, like they kind of all mentioned, I am a family nurse practitioner. I'm going on my 6th year of practice. I worked at Carl T. Curtis Health Education Center, and I guess there's no time better than now as to, I'm actually going to be moving up to WCHS here in the next couple of weeks. I'm very excited for that opportunity. Thank you. I'm very excited. I'll be in the primary care clinic there, and I hope to see everybody at least once. It'd be great. So I guess we'll get right into it. Let's go ahead and get going. So, love your heart. Simple steps to prevent heart disease. Basically, I just wanted to kind of start again and talk about things that I think everybody should know before they go in and talk to their provider. Oftentimes we go in and you hear the words, oh, everything looks great, your labs look great, and we just take it for what it is and we walk out. But I want to kind of dive into it and actually understand what that means when a provider tells you your labs look great, everything looks good. You know, sometimes we take that for granted. We just say, oh, yes, everything's fantastic. And then we go out and we continue to do those things that are risk factors. We continue to smoke. We eat unhealthy. We don't walk. We do those things. It's not a judgment by any means, but it is a way to open our eyes to what we can do to keep our hearts healthy. So just want to do a little bit of an icebreaker here because your heart is very busy. And so I wanted to kind of touch on a few things that a lot of people didn't know. I myself, when I was preparing this presentation, had that aha moment of like, wow, I didn't know that. I thought this would be interesting facts about the heart. It beats about 100,000 times a day. Okay, cool. It pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood per day. So if we were to capture all those pumps of blood, it'd equal about 2,000 gallons. It pumps the equivalent of 1.5 million barrels of blood in a lifetime. And it works 24/7, no days off. So it's always working. It takes about 60 seconds for blood to travel through your entire body and to the circulatory system. And this one was kind of funny. Laughter improves blood vessel function and increases the heart flow. So all of you anti-laughs out there, the harder you laugh, the harder you throw your head back, the better your blood flows. So those anti-laughs actually do in your heart a favor. You could actually walk a mile if you were to lay out your blood vessel in your system. It's over a mile long. So it's a very complex system within the body. And this is a fun fact that I didn't know. So most heart attacks actually happen on Monday mornings. So I thought that was kind of a capturing moment for me. And it's because not only are your stress hormones higher in the mornings, Mondays in particular tend to cause people the most stress than any other days of the week. So it raises your blood pressure, you have increased heart rates, your stress hormones are a little bit higher. And so that can actually increase your risk for heart attacks and strokes on Monday mornings. So take your Monday mornings and Goes nice and slow. Basically, the biggest takeaway from this is that your heart's doing a lot. And so today we just want to talk about ways to return the favor, okay? So why heart health matters. I know this is really hard to see, guys, but I'll kind of do my best to talk about it. So heart disease in itself is the #1 cause of mortality rate for men and women. So it's the highest rate of death for both men and women. It's silent until something big happens. You don't always know that you have cardiovascular disease. It can creep up on you. So just by a show of hands, just how many people in here know somebody that's had some type of cardiovascular event, heart attack, stroke, high blood pressure, diabetes, any of that? Yeah, lots of hands are going up, guys. And so we all kind of know somebody with some type of cardiovascular event or some type of cardiovascular disease. And heart disease does not discriminate. You could be men, you could be women, you can be black, you can be white, you can be yellow, it doesn't matter. It affects everyone, young and old. So talking about how to limit some of those risk factors is going to be the biggest takeaway that I want you guys to have today. Okay. Heart disease can show up silently. It happens over time, and usually it happens when it's the least convenient. You know, when we're busy, we're planning something, it could happen any time of day or night. Prevention works. So one of the things that I thought was also interesting is that statistically, 1 person dies of heart disease every 34 seconds. And that's in the US. So that's 1 in 3 deaths are usually related to cardiovascular disease. Here we talk about cardiovascular disease. Like I said, I know it's hard to see, but that can include so many different things. Heart failure, and there's different types. Arrhythmia, so when your heart isn't conducting the correct way, when it has a different irregular rhythm. Peripheral artery disease, or PAD, when we have issues with our vascular system, especially those places that are the farthest from the heart, right? Peripheral means farther away. So those would be down in our lower vessels and our lower limbs and extremities. Myocardial infarction, that's the fancy way of saying a heart attack. When you have a stroke, hypertensive heart disease, when you have high blood pressure that goes uncontrolled for a period of time, and coronary artery disease, when our vessel clogged, if you will. So again, heart disease usually doesn't introduce itself. It shows up quietly, and that's actually good news, because what we can do now when we identify it early is that early is that we can provide intervention when we identify it early. So getting to know your provider, having that discussion about checking your arteries, checking your blood, checking your levels, and knowing what those numbers mean. That's going to be the best way to intervene early and take care of that heart. So this is just a quick way to meet your heart. We're going to have a test later, so I want you guys to memorize this, okay? Just kidding. So basically, I just want to go over this. The heart itself is a pump. It's a big muscle, and our job is to pump that heart, right? Muscles, pumps that heart. The arteries are your pipes. That's where the blood system, the circulatory, can actually send all that blood through the body. You send good oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart to the rest of the body, and that's how we blood flow. That's how we determine, good blood flow in our feet, in our hands, our hearts, all through our body, through our brains. And then we send that unoxygenated blood back through our veins. So you have arteries and veins, both very important. And basically the oxygen, that's our fuel. That's what gives us energy. That's what makes it so that we can move and we stay healthy, okay? So right here, what is heart disease? Simply put, heart disease is when plaque builds up inside of the arteries, inside of our pipes. And I know this table has a really good explanation of the heart. So thank you, ladies, for bringing all of that. Definitely seeing it in person is is better than seeing it on a flat piece of paper here. But the best way to show this is to think of this as your pipes. And right here, this first one that you see, that is a clear artery. It means that there's nothing clogging that artery. It's a freeway that's a really good open system for the blood system to flow, okay? Plaque, it's fat and cholesterol. And I just want to really reiterate that Cholesterol is not a villain. We do need some of it. We need cholesterol in our system. It's just when we start to get in excess is when it becomes a problem. So when I say that it's not the villain, what do we need it for? Why do we need cholesterol? When we hear that word, we often think of it as something negative, but really cholesterol makes up the cell walls of all of our cells. It makes it so that the membranes are nice and strong, makes them sturdy, because we need all of those cells to be healthy. So we use some of that from cholesterol. Helps with building bone structure, helps absorb vitamin D. So there's a necessity for some cholesterol. When we get to this type over here, when you look at that second column, you can see that cholesterol is starting to build up a little bit. That's what we want to see. We want to see just a little bit of cholesterol where we need it. And then as we progress down the road here, you're starting to see that there's a lot more occlusion, or that vessel starts to narrow. That's when we know that there's starting to be problems. So narrow arteries mean less blood flow. And then this is really particularly important for somebody who lives with diabetes. You know, diabetes and heart disease, they go hand in hand. They're like stepsisters. They go hand in hand. And so one affects the other and vice versa. So it's really important to know how to manage both, okay? Cholesterol, again, not the villain. Your body needs it, and problems happen when these levels are off, when our cholesterol is high. You can't feel it. Usually we have no idea that our cholesterol is high. So oftentimes what we have to do is we have to go in, we have to do the test. We have to go in, get a blood test. It's a lab draw. And then they're looking for how much fat and cholesterol is floating in the blood right then and there. So in this picture, you can see how much is actually floating in our blood. I don't know how to do it. Hang on, I'm gonna set it over here. Again, I know this is not the greatest picture, but I just want to show you here how much is actually floating in there. You see LDL, HDL, triglycerides, you see plaque, you see blood. There's a lot of things that are floating in that bloodstream, and we measure all of it. And so having a good proportion of all of those things is what's important. And we said that it's floating in an artery. Does anybody know what the difference between arteries and veins are? I know somebody's mumbling it. But arteries are what carry good oxygenated blood away from the body to really support the cell health of everything in our body. And so arteries carry it away, and it's good oxygenated blood. Veins carry it back. And that's when we've used up the oxygen, it goes back to the lungs to get reoxygenated so that we can circulate that blood. So sometimes, one of the things that we were talking about is, oh, thank you, that's helpful. I don't think it's set up. It's okay. Top one's the laser. They can't see it. Can you guys see that? Good. Thank you for your help, though. We tried. But so the breakdown. Okay. So what's good and what's bad? So LDL, that is the bad cholesterol. We think of that one as LDL stands for your lousy cholesterol, and we want that number to be low. The lower the number, the better. So LDL is your lousy cholesterol. We want that number to be low. HDL is the healthy cholesterol. We want that number to be high. I think of healthy cholesterol or helpful cholesterol, your HDL. We want that number to be high, okay? The last one's triglycerides. These are little fats that are floating in your blood freely. Triglycerides can go up anytime that you're eating. So if you're not fasting before you do this lab, that triglyceride level is going to be high. And some people get really worried about that. The best thing to do is to try to go to your lab work and fasting, because that's going to give you a true definition of where those levels are sitting during the day. Okay? Have you guys all had this test before? Do you guys kind of know where your levels are? Some people do, some people don't. Okay. So I talked about those again. So the lipid panel. Lipid panel is the test that I'm talking about that measures that cholesterol. So why does it matter? The lipid panel matters because this is a moment in time. It doesn't tell you the whole story. Really, this, with my laser pointer here, desirable, where do we want those numbers? So knowing those numbers is really important because over time, it's going to tell us what your cardiovascular risk is. Tells you whether or not you're at risk for heart attack or stroke. Total cholesterol, right here. We like this number to be less than 200, Okay, so less than 200 for the total cholesterol. That's that big yellow plaque that we measured. Over here, can I use your little tool here? Thanks, ladies. This is what I like to show people is this is an occluded artery. This is what it looks like in real life. This yellow buildup is actually cholesterol. And you can see how blood's supposed to flow through there. If there's a lot of plaque buildup in that vessel, then that puts you at a higher risk for having what's called an occlusion, where the blood isn't able to go all the way through. And that results in a heart attack or stroke. Thank you, ladies. So the total cholesterol, less than 200 is desirable. Triglycerides, like we said, with little fats in the blood, that is kind of the best way that I explain it is this. Have you ever seen when they do a road, they lay down some tar on a road, right? So that tar, the stuff that holds that tar onto that road is what I like to call the LDL. It's the sticky glue that holds it onto the vessel. And then if you were to spit out your gum onto that tar, that gum becomes part of that road, right? That is your triglycerides. They kind of flow freely. They don't mean a whole lot until you have a lot of it. And so they also become part of the problem. HDL, your healthy or helpful cholesterol, that one we should be less than 60, or greater than 60, for women, greater than 50 for women, greater than 40 for men. The higher the HDL, the better. HDL is like Drano. It helps to clear out those vessels. It helps to work to loosen all of that up, to make those vessels a lot, like that freeway, a lot more free. Okay? And again, LDL, that's your bad cholesterol. We like that number to be low. That's your lousy number. So we like that to be less than 100. Okay? So diabetes and heart disease. So this one, I would say, just working in Indian country, it's pretty safe to say that these go hand in hand everywhere, not just here, not just Macy, not just in Rapid City, it's everywhere. And so it's really important to know that there's a correlation from that. And it's higher in Native Americans. So right now, if you have diabetes, you have a 2 to 4 times higher heart risk for heart disease and cardiovascular events. High blood sugars can change the viscosity of your blood, so it makes your blood a little bit thicker. So having high sugars makes you at higher risk for having more of an occlusion or having a heart attack or stroke, okay? Or a blood clot. Even pre-diabetes. I hear that a lot where patients say, I don't have diabetes, I was borderline, but that's still a risk factor. So even getting that borderline diabetes under control is super important as well. So most people who live with diabetes do not die from diabetic-related complications. They die from heart disease. So that was kind of a shocking one for me because I just assumed it's because I had high blood sugar. But really, it's the complications from that. And a lot of times it's because they also have heart disease. So healthy eating. This one is kind of straightforward. There's no special diet for anybody that's going to work for you, that's going to work for you, that's going to work for you. You just have to, you have to eat healthy by doing fruits and vegetables, mixing it up. The more color that's on your plate, the better. Having a high fiber diet, that helps with both your digestion. It also helps with making sure that your cardiovascular risk comes down. And so foods that are high in fiber are going to be like your beans, oats, whole grains. Let's see here. Healthy fats, olive oil, nuts, and fish. Those have really high healthy oils in them. And so that also helps to make that freeway a little slicker so that cholesterol can't build up. And then things to avoid, I think we all know this one, is sugar-sweetened beverages, i.e. pop. That's a big one. I would say that's kind of the culprit for our communities, is just having a lot of pop. Another one is the ultra-processed foods that aren't natural, things that they make, like processed ham and deli meats, things like those. And then another one that I will always say is bad is hot chips. We've seen it so many times. A lot of people are like, hot chips for our kids. You know, right now there's not enough study out there that's telling us exactly what those long-term complications are. But I will say this, I have seen a lot of children who have had complications in their stomach lining from eating hot chips constantly. So if you could be a proactive member of society and make those babies stop eating them hot chips, I would applaud you to please do so and spread that message along. Here we go. Movement is medicine. If you want to look up here, you see Garan. But I actually picked this picture because my niece and nephew, Garan, just happened to be in it. But movement is medicine. And for our communities, dancing is a big way to get people healthy. Walking around, making rounds at the power grounds, that all matters. A lot of people, we don't give ourselves credit enough for the type of movement that we're doing, I don't really exercise, but there's ways to add that to your daily life. Walking at Walmart, that counts. Parking a few more spots down at Walmart, that counts. So really being kind to your body and celebrating the small victories, that's the best way we can actually be kind to our heart. Okay. One of the recommendations is to do 150 minutes of walking per week. And that doesn't mean you have to go to the gym. That doesn't mean you have to go, anywhere else, but what you're doing, we can break that up 30 minutes a day. You could do it 5 days a week, however you wish to do it. But the goal is to exercise at least 150 minutes per week. Strength training helps sugar and cholesterol. And a big one that I talk to my patients about is GLP-1s. I know we've all heard it, Ozempic, semaglutide, tirzepatide, all of the new ones. But GLP-1s is a big one because that's a medication that a lot of us use, and we use it for weight loss. It's a great medication. I'm all for it. I like to prescribe it. I just want people to know that when you're on this medication, doing some weight training is really going to be important for making sure that you keep those muscles awake, alert, that you keep those muscles intact. Weight loss, sometimes if we're not eating a whole lot, we're not doing anything with those muscles, we develop muscle wasting. So just a little tidbit for everybody who knows somebody that's on a GLP-1 like Ozempic. Stress, sleep, and smoking. So these are all risk factors that can raise our blood pressure, but also can raise our blood sugar. Easier said than done. I know, stress, how can we do that? I often hear a lot of people, when I ask them about smoking, I'll say, hey, do you guys smoke? And they'll say, ooh, only when I'm at bingo. That still counts. Those are still, or if I hit a bonus at the casino, that still counts. Those are still risk factors. So those are things that I definitely want people to kind of pay attention to, because we just kind of shrug them off as just not that important. But having a good sleep schedule, making a bedtime for yourself, when you're in bed, not scrolling on your phone, turning your TV off, put your baby in the bassinet, not next to you. Those are all things that we can do to help with better sleep. Stress, again, that one's a little bit more difficult, but it can be done. Doing things that are going to make your life a little bit easier. Meal prep when you can, that can help. Taking those steps, drinking more water, keeping a log of your blood pressures, keeping your medications right there where you know your dose. I know Stormy had talked about it earlier when she went live. That is a really good way of being prepared for an office visit, taking less stress off yourself. If you can tell the doctor what medications you take, knowing the dosage and the route, how you're supposed to take them, those are all things that can help make your life a little bit easier. Smoking, back to that one, smoking damages your arteries. I think we all know that, but that also includes smoking marijuana, whether it's from a vape pen or smoking it from however, that also is a vasoconstrictor that can actually raise your blood pressures. I think we've all kind of been hounded on this every time we go to the doctor or we go to an event, know your numbers, and really diving into those, because everything here, your cholesterol panel, your A1C, your blood pressure, they're all related. They all affect one or the other. And major complications are going to be from forms up here, like your stroke, heart attack, you can go blind, kidney damage. I think the kidney itself is kind of one of the most underrated organs in our body, because it takes the biggest hit. It can get damaged from blood pressure. It can get damaged from not drinking enough water. It can get damaged from being overweight. Like all the other vessels, but the kidney, for some reason, that one just always sticks out to me that I want to protect. I know some of these booths had blood pressure checks. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen over there. Making sure that you know what your blood pressure is. Blood pressure when it's high, it doesn't always have an effect on some people. It doesn't always tell you, you can't feel it when your blood pressure is high. But over time, when your kidneys are constantly taking a hit from high blood pressure, we develop damage that we can't reverse, irreversible damage. And sometimes, that can lead to dialysis. I was kind of surprised one time when I was in nursing school to hear that this patient didn't have diabetes. In my mind, I always thought you only went on dialysis because you had uncontrolled diabetes. But this individual never had diabetes. He only had uncontrolled hypertension, only had high blood pressure his whole life, and he still landed on dialysis. So just a little takeaway for you. Here we go. Right here, the lipid panel. I know we just went through that to talked about, the cholesterol and what those numbers should be, but how do those relate to your A1C? So the A1C, like we all know here, 6 to 10, up to 14, sometimes greater. That number actually correlates with an average blood sugar for the last 90 days. So if your blood sugar or your A1C was 7.0, we could say that over the last 90 days, your blood pressure or your blood sugar had been averaging around 150. So every 3 months is when you should have that A1C checked if you're living with diabetes, and at least twice a year if you're just getting screening. For blood pressure, optimal blood pressure is over here in the green, 120/80. So that top number, the systolic blood pressure, that is how much pressure it takes to push all that blood out of the heart chambers and through the rest of your body. Okay, so that number, we want that high. We want to be able to push that blood from your heart down to the tips of your toes. And what's the bottom number is the diastolic, and that number is what that pressure is like when your heart is filling back up. We don't want it too high, but we want that number because that's what fills back up into the heart, so it can be pushed out at the top of the ventricles. All right, so small changes matter. Remember, all or nothing is overrated. We just want you to do something. We're not telling you that this lifestyle change is you have to go hard as you can, go to the gym. Absolutely not. It's just making those tiny little things, like walking a little bit more or drinking more water or cutting back from regular to diet, big cans to small cans. Those are the types of things that you can do to help celebrate your heart. You do one habit at a time. If it's waking up earlier or going to bed sooner or setting an alarm, even on the weekends, whatever it is that's going to help you to maintain a better lifestyle, then I want you to do it and celebrate it. Again, being kind to your heart and celebrating those small victories is going to make the biggest difference in the long run. It's never too early or too late to start doing this. Adding more vegetables to your dinner is another one. That was my New Year's resolution, was to add more vegetables throughout whenever I cook. And I feel like that was hard at first, but now my kids actually want it. So just something like that. And that can be canned vegetables, fresh vegetables, that can be frozen vegetables, whatever it is. And that's just my resolution. You don't have to do that, but I would recommend it. Consistency is always better than perfection. Nobody's perfect. If you fall off, that's okay. Pick yourself right back up and get back on that train to making small changes for your heart. So the take-home message. So for me, eating real food, things that aren't processed, that's really good for our hearts. Moving your body in any way that you can. Managing your stress and your sleep. Knowing those numbers like we talked about. Scheduling your checkups. I hope this helps because your heart is with you for life, so we need to take care of it. And in this picture, this is my heart and soul right here, my children. My husband's in the back. I don't even know what he's doing, but he should have been in there too. But I just wanted to just share all of this information with you, and I hope that you all learned something. I would like to do a little tiny exercise with you guys right now. So if you guys could, I want everybody to raise up your right hand for me. Okay? Can you stand up? If you can stand, can you please stand? Give you some time. All right, I want you to put your right hand over your heart. Good. I want you to spin around slowly. And now you can say, I want all of you guys can say that Dr. Blackbird touched my heart and turned my life around. Thank you guys. I appreciate your kind attention. Let me hand it back over to Carla. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody for coming. Everybody that stayed, we have a little bag with a water bottle in it for everybody to take before they leave. So they were by Sandy and Shannon, and they can help you get one. Like I said, have a safe trip home, and I hope you took a good message from Ashleen. And I thank you, Ashleen, again for accepting this. And I think I surprised you when I messaged you to ask you. So yes. And like I always say, we got our own educated people. We need to use them. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Garan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was none other than a presentation. Heart Healthy. What'd you think, DJ Bethany?
Oh, I really, really loved that presentation. Very informational.
It's pretty good, pretty good. I didn't know all the information about that, but far as like the blood pressure and then me being in my age and stuff, they said as you get a little older, you have to be aware of those numbers and stuff. You still being in your 20s, I think.
Just a young lass.
Yeah, just a young lass and everything. But I think a lot of my
We're
friends
gonna put my Red Bull down.
and the hot Cheetos, get those out of there. Done. But that was a good presentation there. And folks, we appreciate you joining us here as we're going to be signing off here momentarily. But any last words as we wrap up?
Yeah, thank you for joining us on the live stream here today, and just take care of your heart. As Ashley mentioned, they're always helpful down there at the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System. So just reach out if you need that help.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the rest of the week. Do we have anything that is upcoming that we need to make?
Yeah, I told the listeners earlier while you were getting set up for the interviews that we are going to go live on Thursday for our annual Valentine's show.
Oh,
so
really?
we'll do a request show for Valentine's Day that we usually do every year.
Oh, okay.
Open up those request lines and take some Valentine's dedications.
How much does that cost?
It's free $99.
Now, how do they do it?
You can reach out to us on our Big Voice page, so Winnebago the Big Voice on Facebook. You can always connect with us through the text line, which hasn't been said in quite some time, but we got 402-922-3347.
Wow. And then appreciate the Winnebago Public Health Nursing Department for helping us on out. We do have some swag bags and some nice goodies inside as well, so we're going to enjoy that. Folks, we appreciate all the big voicers. I know that there's a lot of good things going to be taking place in the month of February. Valentine's Day is coming up. The All Request show is coming up. Last Bare Moon's at the end of the month, and we're very excited for that. And it's just overall, I just want to say thank you for all your help. We have an issue, Winnebago Indian News issue that's coming up, so make sure you stay tuned to that. I want to say thank you to Gayla for helping us on out. Gayla does a wonderful job. If you haven't had an opportunity to check out the Wopetis, man, that is huge. She's overviewing the clans right now. They're short, impactful, and does a wonderful job. We were outside shooting a PSA yesterday. I'm excited to debut that and stuff. And just a lot of good things happening. So on behalf of the Big Voice Radio Communications Department and the Winnebago Tribe in Nebraska, we'll see you guys next time. You guys have a good rest of your day. Make sure that heart is healthy. Yes.
Eyes up.